Hello, welcome into my workshop and welcome to the show Creations of Clay. My name is Louis Palladini, and tonight I like to do an animal that everyone is familiar with. I want to do a panda bear, and I will show you how to do that from start to finish. And they're a very cute animal, and they're very popular. I think they have one in the Washington National Zoo, and they're from China. I will show you the types of clay that we'll be using tonight. We're going to be using the colored Super Sculpey clay. We're going to be using black. It comes in a package like this. And then you have the white clay here. And we'll be using that. And I'll show you the size balls that we'll be using. We're going to be using this size ball here for the body. And then for the rear legs, we're going to be using this size right here. For the ears, as you can see, we're going to be using that size. And then for the front legs, we'll be using this size ball of clay. And then I got a couple of little balls of clay here that we're using for like the eye patches. They kind of like these little black eye patches that they were. And then I have a little piece for the black nose. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to do the body. And what I'll show you, we're going to make the body, which goes from here to here, and I'll show you how to do that. We're going to take this ball of clay here, and I'm going to squeeze it a little bit. And then what I'm going to do, it almost looks like a potato shape, but then see I'm starting to pull out the head right here. I'm going to pull that out, just like that. And then I'm going to round that up a little bit, just like that. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to pull out the nose. So you can see I'm pulling that. I'm squeezing from both sides. So the nose, you can start to see that being formed. So we're going to pull that out like that. I'll show you. So you can squeeze from both sides. Let's see. Just like that. And then that's going to be the head. And then I'll lengthen the body a little bit. Just like that. See that? See how I made the nose? I'm going to pull that out. We want that shape, rounded the head, and then you have the body. The next thing that we want to do is we're going to take and I'm going to put ears on the bear. So we got these two little balls here. I'm going to take this ball here. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to just kind of make this into, I'll put this down. I'll show you how we'll make that into that type of a shape. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this on top of the bear right here. See that? So I'm going to take, just kind of push that down on like that. And then we'll proceed to make the other. Whoop. Sometimes they do fall. We'll make the other ear. What's great about the clay, don't worry, if you did drop it, it's easy to pick up and just redo everything because the clay is still pretty soft. So I wouldn't worry about that. So you got that. See how we did that? And then what I want to do is I want to take the little small piece for the nose. It's a little ball about that big. And what we're going to do is we're going to make, roll it, but I'm going to roll it, try to make it a little longer. See that? It'll make more sense. We'll make that a little longer. And then I'm going to put this on the tip here, on top of the nose. let's see, I want to make this a little wider. I'll push it in. So now I'm going to put this back. I'm going to put that right on there. See how I did that? So now, and then we also want to do the eyes. And I'll show you what we'll do. They kind of have like some patches over their eyes. So I'm going to take this ball of clay here, flatten it out. See, I'm flattening it like that with my fingers. And it looks roughly that shape. And then I'm going to proceed to get the other piece and do the same thing. Just like that. See, that's the shape that you want. And I want to show you what we're going to be doing. See the panda bear here? See how he's got the black eye patches? We're going to be putting them in that location on the face right there. So I'm going to take this and I'm putting it, see how I'm putting it like that? And then we'll proceed to do the same thing on the other side. I'll make sure I have it in roughly the same location. See how we did that? The next step that I want to take is I want to make the holes for the eyes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this toothpick and I'm going to insert it like this and just make like a hole for the eye. See how I did that? And then we're going to proceed to do the same thing on the other side. I want to make sure I line this up so I'm putting it in the same spot. And then rotate the toothpick a little bit like that. And then another thing that we want to do is we want to take and make the holes in the nose. So what I'm going to do is put the toothpick in like that, and just kind of move that back and forth like that. And then we'll take and do the other side. See how I'm doing that? And that's the nose. So we get the eyes done, we get the nose. And then what we can do too is I can split this. See this? I'm taking the toothpick. And we can split this to kind of like make the jaw. And now, the jaw, I want to add a little clay to it. So I do have some white clay over here. And I'm going to add a little bit of white clay to the jaw area to build it up. See how I'm doing that? Just add it and just build it up a little bit. And then I want to open up the jar again. See how I did that? So now we've got that portion complete. The next thing that I want to do is I want to work on the legs. So we're going to make the rear legs right here. See these? And I'll show you how to do that. We're going to take these two balls of clay here and what I should do, I have a paper towel here to the side. I'm just going to wipe my hands a little bit because I got the white clay on there. When I go to put it on the black clay, sometimes it will, they'll mix. And I don't want them to mix too much, not just yet. Because If you do get some white clay on there, you can just kind of take and rub it in and then make it black again. So now what we're going to do is take this leg here, and I'm lengthening this. Just like that. And then what I'm going to do is on the bottom here is I'm going to try to pull the foot out. See, I'm pulling the foot out like that? Just like that. And then I'll show you, this is roughly the shape that you want. See that, how I got the little foot there? It's coming out. You can see how the angle. We're going to proceed to do that with the other ball of clay. So I'm going to put this down. And we're going to pull that foot out on this one also. See how I'm pulling that foot out? Just like that. And I'm pulling that out. So now we got the two back legs done. Now we're going to proceed to make the front legs. So I'll show you, we'll take this ball of clay here. And see, I'm just pulling this out. And we'll do the same thing on this one, like a little foot on the front here. See the shape of the leg? See how we got that little foot comes out? And that's a front leg. I'll proceed to do the other front leg. So you take this, take the ball of clay, and I'm pulling that out. See how I'm doing that? And now, see the shape? And then what we're going to do is take and kind of pull that foot out. You take a little piece from the bottom, pull it out a little bit. You do that. Just like that. And now, I'm going to put these down. We're going to proceed to put the back legs on the bear. So, I'm going to attach that right about there. See how I did that? And take that and attach it. And we're going to proceed to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to take that. Let's see, I want to fix this a little bit, make sure it's all right. See how I just attach that? And you push it into the clay. Like that. And then the next thing that we want to do, see how I did that? I want to attach the two front legs. But I'm going to take a little bit of clay off there because I think they're, so subtract some of the clay from the front. I'll do the same thing with the other one. Just like that. And now, what I'm going to do is take, see that? I'm flattening this out a little bit because there's actually some clay that goes up and over around the back. So I'm going to do the same thing on this leg. See, I'm pulling that up a little bit. Just like that. So what I want to do is take, I want to look at my model here, my previous bear. And we'll attach that leg like that. See how that's being done? And we'll proceed to do the other side. And if the proportion is a little off, don't worry. This is just a very simple technique to add everything. Now what I'm going to do is put this on the ground, or the table. And now what I want to do is I'm going to take some of this black clay that we had from before that I took off the other leg, and we're going to take and kind of flatten it out like this. I'll show you the shape that we want. See that shape there? Now we're going to place this over the back here, like that. Because when I was looking at pictures of pandas, they have like a stripe of black that goes up and over their back like that. And then on the legs here, I noticed that it doesn't come up all the way, but we're going to add some white clay here also. So I want to take and wipe my hands. That way, when I go to get the white clay, and if I have any black on there, it won't get on the white clay. I'm going to take a little piece of clay like this, and I'm going to take and put that here, because I'm still building up the leg, like that. And do that. The next thing that we want to do is I want to take another piece of white clay from over here. And we'll take, and I'll do the same thing. See me? I'm attaching that like that. I'll just add a little more clay. This is called the additive technique. I want to take a little more clay and put it here. Just like that. And another thing that I want to do is I'm going to add a little tail. So I'm going to take a little piece of clay from here. We'll roll it into a ball. And then what we're going to do is kind of flatten it out a little bit. Like this. Flatten it. See, I'm flattening that. And I'm just going to attach it, the tail, to the back there like that. And just kind of work that in. See, I'm working that in. You know, he's starting to really shape up. So one of the things that we want to do now is we want to work on the feet. So what I'm going to do is take this and go 1, 2, 3. The same thing over here. 1, 2, 3 to make that foot. And then we'll do the same thing in the back. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do the last 1, 2, 3. So the next step what we want to do is I want to poke a hole in the bottom of the bear right here with the toothpick. So I'm going to go up like this. This here will keep the clay from, when it's being fired in the oven, it will keep it from cracking because it will allow some of the gas or air to escape. And the toothpick doesn't want to be cooperative and come out. So that's out. And the next thing that we want to do is do the fur. So I'll show you, we'll do short strokes around the face here, around the nose. And then we're going to do short strokes all around the face like this. And then something that we want to do also is I'm going to take and kind of poke like a hole in here for the ear. See that, what I'm doing there? And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Kind of open it up. And then what we want to do is, for the ears, you do want to take and take some short strokes like that to make the fur. And you do the same thing on the other ear. And then on the front, where we made the holes, you can kind of rough that up a little bit, make some fur there too. Like that. So what we're going to do is proceed to go around the entire bear in that manner. See, like you're going to do the fur. See how we're doing that? Take and do short strokes with the toothpick. That way. And you're going to go all around the leg. We're going to do the body. The fur in that manner. Just like that. See how I'm doing that? And you're going to proceed to do that for the entire bear. And then I'll show you what the final version of the bear will look like. I just want to clean up my hands a little bit. This is what your final panda bear will look like. See how I did all the fur? So I did the underside that way. You do the legs that way, the back, the tail, the very back, and just rough it up a little bit to create the fur. And that's what the final version of the panda bear will look like. So I do want to thank you for coming to Creations in Clay tonight, and I do look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you. Goodbye for now.